Hello and welcome to the President's Update, January 1 through 15. Welcome back and Happy New Year. As we start our year with a mission statement, providing access, and how proud I am of what we've done to help our students, our learners, to find us and use us in not only trying times, but technologically challenging times as well. The governor extended the stay-at-home advisory. So I would repeat words I said in December. If you can do work at home, do work at home. If you need to be on campus, that's fine. Bundle your work so you're not here every day if you don't have to be. So it's a model that I'm using right now. Our public health update, we are at a very high case level, slight increases from the holiday. More importantly, the vaccine is out. Hallelujah. And we could be in phase 1B depending upon how College Credit Plus students are being interpreted under the new health guidance. I asked that question this week. Admissions, a shout out to them as they also navigate some very difficult times out there for College Credit Plus and visiting campus. And I'll talk a little later about College Bowl Sunday as well. But way to go, team. In terms of federal news, most of the emphasis has been on CARES 2 or HEROES and what will be provided for stimulus checks. But underneath that is what we estimate right now, a $2.2 million relief directly to the institution, with a small portion of that directly dedicated for student aid. If you recall, half was dedicated to student aid last time. And as importantly, an incredible student barrier lowered by FAFSA, reforming the questionnaire from 108 down to 36. That will really help us, particularly for returning adult learners and those students who have to kind of encourage other people to fill out their FAFSA for them. If you start 2021 right, and I'm struggling with that one, boy, just all that good cooking looks so good. But yeah, get the My Coach app, download the app, exercise 30 minutes a day, log your experience, and you will be eligible to win prizes. That's Jill at Fusion Fitness. Email is here. Appreciate Megan and the Wellness Group. I want to spend the bulk of the time today talking about achieving the dream and our kickoff on Friday, January 22nd. It's a morning adventure that goes to about 2 in the afternoon with a lunch break, and it will start with a welcome from EVP Todd Hernandez. I will then talk a little bit about achieving the dream and how external people view our institution. Our featured speaker will be Dr. Brandy Bryson, who has done a lot of equity work with rural institutions. And then after a break, we'll take that conversation to NSCC with our ATD coaches who have been really helping us. Note the Eventbrite link, and I'll come back to that later. After the coaches, we take another break and we'll have 3 breakout sessions, and I'll describe all 3 of them today. We'll then have a good lunch break, and then we will debrief from the breakouts. And we want to talk a lot about our persona, our profile of Northwest State, real data from a cohort of about 6 years ago to see how they progressed through our institution. And then we will end, I think it's the 1 to 2 time, with conversations, faculty to conversations, and staff. Now, Dan also asked me to point out for faculty, we will also have a faculty conversation with Dan. He wants to talk a little bit about the fall or the spring 2021 term plan. Now, achieving the dream, a lot of people ask me, why do we join it? What's the purpose? Let's narrow it down to something very simple. Achieving the dream is about us looking at the gaps. Who doesn't quite fare so well? And then closing those gaps. And so find the gap, close the gap. Find the gap, close the gap. Whether that's in a classroom setting or in who admits to us through testing or just people in the community that don't even know us. So during the breakouts, you get to choose. There are 3 choices. And B1 is learner-centered design. It really is follow-up from EAB and other people we've been working with on the holistic learner experience, a fabulous 90-minute COPE, which is a poverty experience simulation. Note it is limited in enrollment, but we will try to do it again. This was very much if you have a heart for learner-centered design. B2 is all about connected academics, and we're hoping to have a speaker from NAEP as well as our speaker from the Achieving the Dream. We will talk about our learners' success and equity, and it will use high impact practices. What are those things that really work, particularly in the classroom? Now, B3, for rural college, we have to have an engaged community model. And we will have 3 short presentations with student voice about our NSCC to public, NSCC with employer, and then NSCC with our not-for-profit partners. So you'll come and listen to 3 short conversations and note the map here, Ohio means job region. Note that it is far bigger than the actual service area where we get most of our academic students. And we also have Job and Family Services, which is, I think, 10 or 11 counties within this group. So if you're coming to that one, you'll learn a whole lot about what we do to engage our community to help and what are the keys to our success. We're hoping you can provide feedback and kind of help us figure out those keys because our gap is scaling. So I'll go back again and just run through them again as taking a choice. Holistic learner support through a fabulous COPE interactive online experience, all about connected academics, learner success, equity, and high impact practices, and the engaged community and what we do out there today, which is pretty darn good, but how do we make it bigger? So which one of those do you want to go to? When you sign up, they will ask you, and go to the one where your heart wants to go. It is a kickoff registration. So the Eventbrite is at the bottom of the screen. It will also be in the email. That is the screen you'll see. I've already registered. I think we're up to 2 have registered for this. So please register. In terms of other upcoming events, we do have an all-campus meeting on January 26th and 27th, and I believe the President's Leadership Team also meets on the 27th. And don't forget College Bowl Sunday, format to be determined, but it will be January 31st. Well, that's what I've got. Welcome back, and I'm looking forward. I've got a little spring 2021 with one little flower plucking out there. I'm looking forward to springtime, being outside, and eventually gathering under a big tent and celebrating a live commencement. That's my hope for this new year. I think many of us have that hope. And I end with just my usual thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do to help our students here at Northwest State Community College.